Hey, this is Ghost Channel and welcome to another video. Now today we're going on about Michigan's Adventure. Now before we get started, make sure you follow our Instagram at @AaronChallonerOfficial. Make sure you also look at our other videos because we've got two playlists, and at the minute we're going to have two playlists, maybe a third when we get the vlogs up and started from the parks. But we've got two playlists at the minute. Theme park news updates and discussions and debates, so make sure you tune in at the end of the video where you can click on those playlists and watch the videos from start to finish. But now let's get into today's video. So, Michigan's Adventure. Now, you guys out there, especially the American coaster enthusiasts watching this, will know Michigan's Adventure is known as the forgotten part, the part that Cedar Fair doesn't really use much. So I've written down 3 points about, is there a future for Michigan's Adventure? In the first point I've got to make, this leads me on straightly onto the first point. It's so shocking. They haven't had a new roller coaster since 2008, and that was Thunderhawk of Vekoma SLC. And you sort of sit there and you're thinking, what? You know, and it's weird because I know Cedar Fair have got loads of parks: Kings Island, Dorney Park, Carowinds, Cedar Point. I'll get on to Cedar Point in a bit because I've got a lot to say about them. Just, you need to think about the rest of the parks. The parks that haven't had the thrill investments. Valley Fair hasn't had a coaster in ages, it seems. Dorney Park, I know they were teasing a coaster, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And now, and you've also got Michigan's Adventure, who, let's be honest, haven't had a coaster for 10 years now, coming on to 11 years next year. And it's so shocking that Michigan's Adventure has been treated this way. I know Michigan's Adventure isn't exactly Cedar Point, but that's my point. You've got, get it? Cedar Point, that's my point. You've got to think about the rest of the parks. You can't just put one park with all the big investments, or just 2 or 3 parks with the big investments, and leave the rest to starve for the next 5 years, or 10 years, or whatever. 10 years in Michigan's Adventure's case. You've got to think about the rest of the parks. If I was owning all these parks, if I was Cedar Fair, I'd be thinking, right, Michigan's Adventure haven't had a coaster for 10 years. Let's invest 20+ million. Let's invest in a coaster, a thrill coaster for Michigan's Adventure, a good standout coaster, because you've seen the entrance gate for Michigan's Adventure. That's one of the only entrance gates that really needs an update. And you need that standout coaster. So if I was Cedar Fair, I'd be saying, right, next year, Michigan's Adventure, we invest 25+ million, multi-million dollars, shall I say, into a capital investment coaster, a big standout coaster that's going to put Michigan's Adventure on the map. Carowinds has Fury 325. Kings Island, I'm sure, is going to have their B&M Giga or whatever they're adding for 2020 to replace the Firehawk and whatever site. Because since Firehawk's now gone, they've got a massive site, so that's perfect for a Giga. You know, Cedar Point have changed both. They've changed the side gate and the entrance gate. They changed the entrance gate in 2013 to fit with Gatekeeper, their new front gate coaster. And then the side gate was updated with Valraven being added, so you can walk under Gatekeeper's keyholes or Valraven's brake run. Michigan's Adventure needs a standout coaster, no doubt about it. Carowinds has got Fury 325 with that new entrance gate, and it's shocking that Michigan's Adventure has been treated like this. And this leads me on to something non-coaster related for the second point. No thrill ride since the Upcharge Bumper Boats in 2010. Bumper Boats isn't a thrill ride, it's a family ride, it's an upcharge attraction, and that is your biggest thrill investment. That's the biggest thrill investment since 2010. An upcharge family attraction has been counted as a thrill investment, and the latest thrill investment all the way 8 years ago. And you sit there as an enthusiast, especially, I feel sorry for people that live in Michigan to drive all the way up to different parks that are better than Michigan's Adventure. Obviously, you've got to support your home park. And don't get me wrong, they've got some good coasters. Shivering Timbers, a good wooden coaster. Wolverine Wildcat, a good wooden coaster. But this is the park that needs a good coaster, an RMC. But you've got to think about the rest of the park as well. They need a thrill ride or two. Do something like what Canada's Wonderland did. Do you remember with Lumberjack? That's Amperla Hawk flat ride. That would be perfect. Carowinds in 2018, adding 5 new rides, I believe. And of course, next year, they're getting a brand new coaster. And you sit there and you think, what is going on? Like, are they managing the park? Are they just forgotten that, oh, we didn't know we still own this park. Okay, we'll just leave it for now and we'll get round to doing it. But it's like that thing, right? Do you know when you put a notice up on the board, you're thinking, right, I need to do this at some point, and you forget for a couple of weeks, and you're thinking, oh, damn it, forgot to do this. That is basically Michigan's Adventure. It's like they put Michigan's Adventure on Cedar Fair's door and thought, oh, we'll get around to putting a good investment in there later, and then 10, 15 years later, oh, we forgot to do it. That is how we are feeling right now about Michigan's Adventure. It is a lost park. It is a lost cause. There are some good rides. It should stay open, in my opinion, because it doesn't deserve this. But it needs the treatment. It needs the Cedar Point makeover. It needs thrill investments, coasters, new rides. It needs new standout rides. We haven't had a standout ride since 2008, the SLC. And this is when SLCs were either decent, terrible, awful, or unrideable. They'll never go past decent or good or alright. They'll never go past that at that point. Of course, Vekoma are bringing out the new suspended thrill coaster because they need to bring out a new SLC model. So of course they're going to bring that out. I don't even care if it's a family coaster or just a borderline family thrill coaster. They need a new coaster. I don't care if it's a family thrill borderline flat ride. They need a new flat ride. Bumper boats are not a thrill ride. They're a family ride and they're an upcharge attraction. That is how poor this has been. And this leads me on to my final point that I wrote down. Wrote down. Get your grammar right. Stop giving everything to Cedar Point. Stop giving everything to Kings Island. Stop giving everything to Carowinds and think about your other parks. Valleyfair, Dorney, Worlds of Fun in some case, and Michigan's Adventure. They are the 4 parks that are suffering at the minute. Because Cedar Fair thinks of the biggest parks, the Canada's Wonderland, the Cedar Point, the Kings Island. It rattles my brain that they can treat it like this. You have more parks than Cedar Point. Okay, I watched a parody on Coaster Studios, and the voice announcer, Takoda, said it perfectly. When 15 of your kids need eating, you don't just feed one and leave the rest to starve. That is the situation at Cedar Fair at the minute. And it's really, really angering me at the minute. Because I feel sorry for Michigan's Adventure having to put up with this. They've put up with this for a good 10 years since their last coaster, and it needs to change. It needs to change. King's Dominion. You think about it. Last time they added a thrill coaster, you know, a big thrill coaster was a while back, and then they decided, right, enough is enough. We're ripping out Hurler's wooden track. We're going to RMC it. We're going to bring in Twisted Timbers. They thought about it, and now look at it. And look at the ride. It is fantastic. It is absolutely brilliant. The story is fantastic. The layout is incredible. It's one of the better RMCs out there. I would be satisfied with a family coaster at the minute, a family thrill borderline coaster, like the suspended family coasters, like the one at Paulton's Park. Or the Flying Ace aerial chain. Something, I would be happy with a family thrill borderline coaster. Maybe a track drop coaster, either by Intamin or Sierra, either one, like of a Bolton, or a 13 at Alton Towers. That would be good. Or you could just RMC one of the Woodies. Maybe Wolverine Wildcat could get the treatment. Wolverine Wildcat takes its last hurrah. And RMC comes in. Obviously, you wouldn't name it Iron Wolf, because that's a Six Flags name. Can't name it like that. Just Steel Wolf. Hunter, or just something different. And it baffles me how Michigan's Adventure continues like this. If I don't see a new coaster or a big new thrill ride in the next 2-3 years, I'm pretty much going to be done with Michigan's Adventure, because they are a forgotten park. They are a lost park with a lost cause, and as an enthusiast, some of you may feel the same, some of you may not, but I don't want to take this anymore. I don't want to take this anymore. So I feel like I need to do this video. It might seem like, oh, he's doing a Michigan's Adventure rant. I'm making clean stated facts. No coaster since 2008. No thrill ride since 2010. And the bumper boats aren't even a thrill ride. They're a family upcharge attraction. And also another fact, Cedar Point and parts like that are getting more attention. I'm talking simple facts. I may not be American, and I may not be an American park enthusiast. I may not be living in America doing Cedar Point and Six Flags Magic Mountain year in, year out. But I know about these parks. I know enough to know that this is not acceptable in the theme park industry. I would be happy for Michigan's Adventure if they added one of the new concepts that were brought out at IAAPA. Something like a Skywarp Horizon that's going to SeaWorld San Diego. That would be good. A Vekoma launch, a multi-launch that looks to be going on to Busch Gardens Williamsburg in 2020. If you want to see that video, go and check it out after this video. I'm just so over it. I really am just furious. So I'm going to stop there because I'm going to rant for ages. So I hope you guys love this video, but before you turn off, just to let you know, we've got a video on the future of Drayton Manor that was pre-recorded. That's going on tomorrow as of recording this and uploading this. It's going on the Friday. I'm going to be filming Saturday and Sunday's video this weekend. I've got 2 videos lined up. 10 Cedar Fair and Six Flags Woodies that need to be RMC'd, and what is the next coaster at Chessington World of Adventure. So sticking with the American parks, but also bringing out a UK theme park video. Maybe I'll do some extra playlists together for like UK parks, European parks, American parks, rest of the world parks, things like that. I might do that in future once I brought out more videos, but I think I'm ready to stop ranting now. So I'll be bringing out more videos during this week. I've got my filming for university and the stage show straight afterwards in the next week, so I'm going to be pre-recording lots of videos for next week, and the same next weekend I'll be pre-recording loads of videos for next week, just so everything's out of the way, ready for my shows. After that, I know I've got coursework to do, but it should be quite quiet after that, so I'll be bringing out regular, ish regular, but I'll be bringing out videos that are recorded on the day a bit more after the next couple of weeks are done. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I'll be doing videos all through 24/7. It'll be going through December and January when the theme parks are closed, because I've got loads of discussions and debates that I need to talk about. So thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any exclusive YouTube content. Make sure you keep subscribing to that Instagram at Aaron Channel Official. We're almost at 1,000 followers, so make sure you stay tuned for that. My name is Coast Chell. Keep living the coast like we do, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day.